basically all Reckless is doing here is like, what's up guys? I'm fucking here. Are you going to contest this Herald or not? I honestly prefer Rogue's draft. Easier to execute. Lots of scaling. You have some early game as well in Renekton and Lilia. Whereas G2's draft has winning top and winning bot. But mid is scaling to the point that it will eventually win. And jungle is just power farming and trying to play top side to cover. So Rogue have way more opportunities in this game. But I would say if both of these teams were intergalactic fucking AI 1 billion IQ players on every single role and played the game to every right click being perfect, G2's comp would win 100% of the time. G2's comp is literally, if you are programmed to perfection, you will never lose on that comp against anything, kind of. So it's expected top and bot have the push for G2, and mid has the push for Rogue. I think Inspired's pathing here was really smart. He went to enemy Raptors after doing his red Raptors to deny it from Jankos. Jankos had no clue. So essentially when the full clear happens and both junglers are trading crab, Inspired's just up one camp, right? You can see that. So Caps fast pushes to contest his bot grab. And then Inspired sees him on the wall and says, okay, screw this. I'm out of here. Okay, this is a very complicated point. You might be wondering, why are both junglers leaving the crab when, first of all, this should be Inspired's bot crab? So if Inspired was to stay there and do the bot crab while Jankos ran to top crab, by the time Jankos finished top crab, he would go to his Raptors and they'd be even. So Inspired would not lose anything. However, because the crab is up and available 100% for Inspired, it's better for him to do Raptors first to get that on the respawn timer faster. So he saves about 10 to 15 seconds of respawn time, than to do the crab and then go to Raptors. Does that make sense? Whereas Jankos runs the crab and then does his Raptors. So Jankos is actually 10 seconds below. So this is a 20-second gap for Inspired. Does that make sense? Inspired is playing with information here. Inspired is playing the game based off information. He has many different ways he can choose to do this. It all depends on what Jankos does. If Jankos runs top side to go to top crab, he will do his Raptors. Now the reason for that is, bot crab's going to stay up, absolutely free, no chance he's going to lose that, and he'll take Raptors to respawn faster. Cool, that's the first point. Second point, let's say Jankos stays here. Let's say Jankos runs to his Raptors, and you say, Caedrel, but if Inspired did Raptors, why didn't Jankos just go to bot crab? Well, let me tell you, sir. If Jankos was to go back on himself, Inspired would go back on himself as well. And essentially what would happen is this would happen. They'd be staring at each other again. Now this benefits Lilia way more because Jankos is hard stuck level 3 and Inspired's camps are all going to respawn as well. And eventually Jankos is going to have to give this up because Rogue are going to have push in mid when Larssen pushes in this wave. So like if Jankos went back now, Larssen could just fast push this and then run to bot grab. Also, Inspired could run towards mid and fast push this and run towards bot grab. So Jankos knows there is no realistic world where he's getting this crab. TLDR, Jankos has to go topside to defend his top camps. It's not worth getting this bot crab for the amount of time that he'll lose for it based on his camp respawn timers. Boom. It's actually a good argument. I think Inspired made a mistake there. You are right, chat. Why didn't Inspired go to Crux first and then to bot crab? Maybe he was scared of some volatile trade in mid or bot side, which then led to Jankos going for the bot crab, knowing that G2 had vision on it. That could be one argument. However, I think you're right. Chat is actually a bit 5-head here. It's more efficient for Inspired to do Krugs and then go to bot grab. Because look at the stacked waves actually as well. Chat didn't know this, but look, bot wave is stacking for Rogue. Mid wave stacking for Rogue. So yes, Inspired could have done that. I think Inspired, you should have done Krugs first. Cool, so what's happening here? Inspired knows that Jankos is on the top side of the map, clearing his top side respawn. So ever since this decision where Jankos runs through mid in the top side, the map's split. The map can be split in level 1, it can be split in level 2 from like level 2 junglers. It can also be split if the enemy jungles meet at one crab and handshake one away. Then the map is split. Especially if he's defending his top camps. Because Inspired knows that Jankos is not going to do top crab and base and run bot. This makes zero sense. And even if he was to do this 5-head intergalactic give up camps and defend bot play, then the second that they see him in bot, they're just going to laugh out loud and the game's over. So they know Jankos is top for the next minute. Now, there's some hidden things here that you guys probably don't see. The first thing you don't see is that Larssen based. Now that's really important because Larssen fast pushed in mid wave and based. And as Caps is catching bot wave, the communication in Rogue here is Inspired. We have a bot wave stacking. Reckless is half HP. He took a bad trade. Is there anything we can do about this? Inspired says, yeah, Jankos is topside. Larson says, yeah, I can TP bot if you need me to, guys. If you want me to TP bot, I can TP. I can guarantee you, if Reckless was under this tower, Larson's TPing 100%. But Larson's just looking bot right now. I can guarantee Larson's camera is bot, and he's watching this play, and he says, guys, do you want to dive Mickey? I can TP. It's probably not worth. And Caps is not fast pushing this wave because he knows he has to base fast before Larson can TP bot. So yeah, lots of hidden things here. Larson's hovering with TP. Caps is probably telling Reckless, yeah, look, Larson can TP bot first, so don't you dare fucking catch that wave. And then he says, oh, look at this. You see the timing? Larson TP's mid. What does Reckless do? He walks up bot. So you can kind of see, not only does he see Inspired leave, yes, but it's because Larson TP'd mid and they know it on the TP top. So now Reckless is not scared of TPs. He can't get TP'd on 4-man dove. And if they were to go for a 3-man dive / 2-man dive, it'll probably end up in a 1-for-1. So it's not worth it. Probably better to just base. Good block by Trimby there to stop Hans getting counted on his base. I didn't even see that in the cast. And how the game progresses. Lots of small things just happen in the full clear. But now we're reset. Junglers are based. Time for the next clear. What else is going to happen on the map? You see? Cool, so what's happened this game? Well, G2 have been counting TPs, Rogue have been playing over stacked waves, and Jankos has done some smart pathing to give up crab so he didn't lose his top camps. Yeah, Hans griefed it here. It's a horror. This is so G2 favorite because of the wave. So this is 2 waves stacked. The way you can see it's 2 waves stacked is because there's 6 caster creeps. 6 caster creeps stacked up, and there's another wave coming. So that's 9 caster creeps that he's losing. So he's losing 3 waves. So Hans lost 3 waves. How much gold is 3 waves? Well, 2 full waves and a cannon wave. I don't know, that's like 450 gold, right? No, I think it was the stun here, by the way. Doesn't matter about the stun. Look, it's when Hans jumps back in, Mickey flash stuns him. Like this. Did you guys even see it? If you blink, you would miss this re-engage. This is 0.25. This is a quarter speed of Mickey's reaction time. You ready? This is a quarter speed. That's a quarter speed. How fast he reacts to that. If Mickey didn't stun him, would Hans have gotten anything? Well, Mickey is on... You see, Mickey has 2 stacks around him. If Hans Q autos him here, Mickey's dead. But then he gets stunned. And then he dies. So, if Hans can... Look, if Hans is right here. If he Q autos and hits this. If Mickey even takes a millisecond later to react. Then Mickey's dead and Hans flashes out and he won't die, I think. Okay, top's winning, which is to be expected. Jankos playing towards top side, because bot is 1 at this point, right? Reckless has flash, bot is 1. Yes, Mickey doesn't have flash, but is it worth it for Inspire to like gank this bot lane? Probably not, right? Herald is spawning. It's probably better to contest something towards top side, but yeah, Jankos doesn't want to play to bot side right now. Much better to play top side. So Larson just getting a base off because it's a cannon wave. Even you guys must know this in solo queue, right? Best thing to do is a mid laner. This is mid laner. Sometimes bot laner too, just base on cannon waves. If you want to, if you have to base, just base on a cannon wave. Or if you're a base down. Because it takes Caps longer to push it in, and by the time he pushes it in, look who's back. Back again. So it looks like Rogue bot lane has prior right now, and the only reason that they have the push, you might be wondering, well, G2's bot lane's winning, why don't they have the push? Because where the jungles have been playing, right? The reason that they've been having bot prior is because they know jungle's topside and their jungle's pathing bot. So they're able to actually step up on the wave, and if G2 takes a bad trade, then their jungle has to bail them out by running across the whole map to defend the bot dive. So you can see how players trade based on jungles, right? So for example, Wunder is stacking a top wave and Jankos is topside, so Wunder knows he has nothing to be scared of. So, but in some cases here you might think, well, why doesn't Wunder just take a free base here? Because look, he came out of base, although I'm Fash pushed in base, and now he stacks a wave. He could base as well himself and buy like, I don't know, a Vamp Scepter or a Dagger boots. The reason is he knows jungle spot side. Look, you see he spotted out the jungle, so he's going to keep abusing his matchup. And on the other side, because G2's bot knows that Inspired's bot side, they're not going to step up for the wave. They're farming with W. So the lanes changed based on where jungle is, of course. So Wunder's playing super aggro, literally just chunking Odoamne under tower. And G2's bot lane's giving up wave prior, so they don't really care. What does Trimby see here? What do you guys think Trimby's trying to do here? You might have one part of what he's thinking right, but I don't know if you have the second part of what he's thinking right. So what he's trying to do here is, the first thing is, he has a stacked wave and he sees Reckless overstep. That's the first part. The second part, you guys are right. Because look, Reckless has 4th shot, so how does Trimby know Reckless is going to walk up? What is Trimby looking at, you guys think? What do you think Trimby is actually looking at to know that Reckless is going to walk up? It's because he wants the cannon, right? So he knows Reckless wants the cannon, but Reckless knows, Trimby knows that he wants the cannon, right? So this is high-level gameplay, right? These are the very minuscule things that you miss in the laning phase. Trimby knows Reckless wants a cannon and he has stack wave. He has the fourth shot, so he knows he wants to walk up to it. Reckless knows that Trimby knows, so Reckless gives it up and baits the ult. Yes, he loses the cannon in the end, but he doesn't lose his flash. You see? Small things in lane like this. So not only does he want to force the flash, the second part of why he wants to force the flash is, let's say Reckless gets knocked back here, and he hits it perfectly, and then Hans gets ult off, 3 stacks, and flashes away. Reckless lives on 40% HP, I'd say. 30-40% HP. What happens when Reckless lives on 30-40% HP? Rogue slow push the wave in, while Inspired's finishing Drake, and then the 3-man dive comes in super hot. Reckless has to give up bot wave, and then they can swap for Herald. So there's a huge play here for Rogue. Huge play. Because Larsen has mid prio too. Look, he's hovering bot side. They can dive 4-man bot. This small play of going for a cannon could lose his flash. He could get 4-man dove, die. Rogue can crash bot wave and get Drake, and then they can base ahead of tempo of Reckless and run towards Herald. And then Wunder is forced to give up his winning lane just because Reckless went for a cannon minion. Right? That's a snowball effect of what happens in League. That's exactly what Rogue would do, just like this. Now, I don't think that the teams thought that far ahead as to what would happen, but that would be the knock-on effect of Reckless losing his flash, getting dove, or dying. Because the game is in such an even state right now, where one mistake could open up the game. And then this is how the game of turns works, right? Look, Rogue had hard winning bots, right? Hard winning. Crashed a huge wave. Okay, now their jungle showed bot side and they got Drake. And their jungle has to go towards Krugs. So that means they are the ones who have to give up bot prio now. So now G2 can push in bot. Let's ignore that top play. So now Rogue's bot lane's on the tower. So now G2 could base for tempo and go topside. But why would they do that if Wunder's winning lane? But yes, Wunder did blow both sums. And they don't decide to swap in the end. Actually, I think they should have swapped way earlier. Look at this. So we expect here that that G2's bot lane will base and go to Herald now. Because they have so much fucking tempo, it's crazy. And Wunder just lost his sums. Reckless runs bot. He catches one wave, fast pushes the next, and then runs the Herald. So I think that's actually smarter. Because they know that it's a stare down of jungle support. And Reckless can force Hansama to go bot. So basically what happens here is Reckless knows that, look, Reckless got the lane as Hansama based, okay? So he knows that if he fast pushes this, Hans has to either run bot and catch the wave, or Hans runs top. But by the time he fast pushes this, he can already be there as well. So he can match Hansama here and make him lose a wave. So lots of small things happening here. So because Reckless based with tempo advantage in bot, ran bot and fast pushed the wave to make Hans show bot, this means that in turn Reckless runs mid, shows himself. Basically all Reckless is doing here is like, what's up guys? I'm fucking here. Are you going to contest this Herald or not? And if Rogue say, yeah, we're going to contest this Herald, then they all die. But if Rogue say, okay, Reckless is there. Let's fuck off. And they decide, okay, Reckless is like, yeah, that's pretty free. I guess I'll just stay around, run top, run bot, see whatever I want to do. Does decide to run top and catch the wave to go to a full swap. Reckless knows that if he runs towards bot here, it's very risky. Look at the map. And his whole team's topside. So I'll go top, Wunder, go fucking farm wolves or something. Just don't die. And then Rogue make them zone off bot wave. G2 fast push top and they have Herald. So what happens here? Caps just overtrades. See, the Caps is making a mistake here because he's leaning to the wrong side of the map. He should be leaning here and EQing up, but he'll still get knocked actually, so it doesn't really matter. All it is an ult trade, I guess, right? Caps is actually not panicking here. Caps knows their damage. Look, Caps takes into account the damage. So he's counting in his head the spells. Okay, Azir Q, Gragas E, Gragas Q, Ignite. Azir only has autos now. He sees where his soldiers are. He's not panicking. He's not just flashing like this. He doesn't give a fuck. He knows Wunder's coming. Ult. He knows that ult's not going to kill him. He's not scared of flashing it. It supports Gragas. So just smart play by Caps. He knows exactly what his limits are here. Wunder's doing a good job here. Wunder's actually staying around mid. It's useless for Wunder to be bot side right now. You see how Wunder ran towards bot. Notice Rogue was doing the correct play, which is zoning him away from the tower as 3. And then said, yeah, it's pretty useless for me to be bot. All I'm going to do is fucking stand at my tier 2 until they push this all the way in and take the tower. So I'll go mid, see if I can impact the map. Fuck the creeps. I'll run top. Maybe I can dive Odoamne if he catches the wave. Oh, they're fighting mid. Oh, I'm on the way as well. Hello, my name is Wunder. You guys have to back off right fucking now. So he's basically just making sure he's active on the map and not just standing under his tower waiting for these waves to come in, because he'll get dove anyway. Look, Wunder running top. Oh, Odoamne, you're catching this wave. You're completely griefing. Time to die. What should Odoamne do? Odoamne did a smart play here and noticed that all of them were mid and caught one wave top. But I think at this point he's too late to it. So I think the interesting thing to look at here, and the best thing to look at here in lane swaps, because we looked at Reckless, because the initiation of the lane swap is G2, and Reckless is a big part of it by moving first. But the big thing when it comes to lane swap, the person who is very prone to making mistakes or dying the most in lane swap situations, which you've probably seen a lot in pro games, is top laners. Because when the lane swap happens, it's a trade-off. The map is essentially split down the middle. Jungle support runs bot side for one team, jungle support runs top side for one team, whether it's fighting for Drakes, fighting for Heralds, whatever side has like vision here, like ward, they basically own this place. Now AutoAmne does a good job to fast push this top lane because he knows that G2 is oinking around mid. But what should AutoAmne do now? He should do the same as Wunder. Look at what Wunder does. Wunder sees, yep, they're on the right side of the map. I should not fucking grief it here. And AutoAmne sees Mickey top, he sees Reckless, he sees Herald, he sees Jankos. He even sees Wunder around mid. So what should AutoAmne do actually? AutoAmne should run mid. There's no point of him being here. Like, yes, he might try to catch top wave and buy time, but G2 have Herald. I think the only argument for him doing this, in a way, is if G2 did not have Herald, it's actually worse for him to do this, because what he can do is he can buy more time on the lane swap. If G2 don't have Herald here, he can just clear this wave, ult, run into Reckless, and clear the next wave and die on purpose. And then G2 don't even have a wave for the next tower, so they just have to base. So that means that they get free platings in bot. So yeah, I think that was just a mistake from AutoAmne, I think. I think top laner is the most prone to dying on lane swaps when it comes to like overestimating or underestimating the enemy team. But Hans obviously gets a full tower bot, so he's kind of strong. G2, the Herald dies, all base together. So yeah, game's even again now, in a sense, where both teams have one side lane tower, but G2 has a 1-3-1. It's interesting what Wunder does here. It's really interesting, because they all base together, right? And you would think Wunder would go back top to catch the wave, but because the wave's already at tier 2, there's really no need for Wunder to go top. Like, he has boots tier 2 and he has his bird. So there's really no reason for him to run top right now, because let's say Wunder ran top and he was here. What's he gonna do? Like, yes, Jankos is top, but there's really nothing to do here. So may as well just farm jungle camps, run around the map, just show himself, show some impact. Because he could, like right now, Wunder would probably run mid and run top, and then he'd catch the wave, because he's just showing himself bot to try and clear out their wards and take some jungle. But because Hans blast cone's over, I think Wunder kind of just like, what the fuck, this guy's griefing, just kill him. And then that's eventually what he does. So he gets a free kill for it, I think, right? No, he doesn't get the kill. I think he just got caught off guard. Look, Drake's in 15 seconds. I'm guessing he thought Jankos was still bot side, and he would trade top tier 1 for Drake because Hans had to base. And because Hans had to base, they can push in mid. And there's no chance that Rogue can contest this Drake. So I think AutoAmne actually did not expect this jungle to be topside, because he thought they would just go for Drake. So I can understand why he died there. Look, Rel stun with the Echo E into the Jhin W. He can't fucking move. So G2 actually baited Rogue in a way by like saying, okay, we made a pick on Hans, we have a free Drake. But we don't give a fuck about Drake. Just kill top and just go mid and just push in top and mid. And let Rogue have Drake, doesn't matter. We get mid tower, get a kill top, and Rogue have to catch top wave and mid wave. Okay, basically it was a 1k gold lead. From this point, it was 1k gold lead. 23.4, 24.4. Get a kill top, get a kill mid, push in top and mid. Fuck Drake, who cares? This was just, I think this was just unlucky for Hans. I don't think he thought about the interaction. And now they're basically 3k down. So they basically got 2k gold in that play and dropped the Drake for it. So G2 going 1-3-1. I think Rogue has to go 1-3-1 as well, otherwise you're having Vayne on a side lane, which is really awkward, I think. I think they have to have a 0 on a side lane. And then I think G2 is just favored in this situation, right? Because Rogue's whole comp wants to group and team fight and scale, whereas G2 just wants to split you up and fuck you up in the base by just like going, pushing out solo lanes and grouping in solo lanes and just hitting your tier 2s together and stuff like this. So you might be wondering, so why is G2 contesting bot side? What's important about bot side? Well, tier 1 bots up, right? So you need to get bot side vision. That's the only thing they're contesting. Yes, Herald's in 30 seconds, but if they can push in top, push in mid, and run towards bot, they can get the tier 1 bot. But I think Larsen was pushing in the waves before they could do that. Like, look, by the time Wunder gets the mid push, top push, and Rex gets the bot push, the mid push, sorry, the bot wave's already, the bot wave's already dead. Like, Larsen's proxying it, so they really can't play for bot tower. So you see G2 kind of lean to bot side, like, yeah, we could take bot tier 1, but we have no wave. Fuck it, let's play top side, just go get Herald. But good play from Rogue. I think Rogue knew that G2 would go to bot side because Drake's spawning, and they can't contest Drake. So fuck it, just go take top tier 1. And I'll split push on Azir and just keep getting gold, because the most important thing for Rogue right now is to catch up in gold, or just get as much gold as they can, not even about catching up, because this Azir and Vayne need 2 or 3 items to be useful. So this is the thing, right? G2's comp is super good at 1v1 and pushing in waves, and they will always win on the map. But in a straight 5v5, it's actually a little bit risky because Rogue's teamfight comp is really good. And G2 has like Echo, Jhin, and Quinn into Azir, which is pretty bad in a teamfight because the Azir, not only does he one-shot all of them, he also outranges them. And they have frontline too. So the fact that G2 get a pick here, they can go for the 5v5, but the fact that like they basically one-shot Inspired. Look at Wunder's HP. That is, well, look at the damage, look. That's Q from Lilia and ult, and 3 auto-attacks from Azir. You saw that? That was 3 auto-attacks from Azir. And the Q, of course, but look, auto, auto, auto. And now Wunder's out to fight. See, that's the problem with going for straight-up 5v5s. G2 almost lose the 5v5 here. Well, they basically do. Even though they get a pick, they lose the 5v5. Odoamne is kind of unlucky here. I don't think he can play this better. You have to understand, if Rogue has control of Baron for 20 seconds or less, that Baron is one-shotted. Azir, Vayne, Lilia, Renekton, and this Baron dies in like 10 seconds. This game is a really good game of how to like 1-3-1 properly and how to control vision on the right sides of the map. Oh yeah, this is where Wunder just one-shots Larson. That was unlucky. See, the thing is, they get 2 kills, G2 get Baron, and now the game's kind of over.